We're going now to Monday. It was a movement for movement. This was something that,
Pause, please. Bo is here, cancer free.
yay. Oh, I knew that. I saw that online, my friend. Congratulations. And thanks for joining us today. And I feel like my week's done. There's nothing else left to talk about. We can just talk about the fact that Bo is cancer free. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's such good news. When you said pause, I was like, something that I technical difficulties. All right, we're moving on. We can start this over. Movement for movement, something that we started a few years ago, kind of hoping that we can get people in the community to feel a little inspired to move. This is not about doing marathons. This isn't about doing triathlons. This isn't about doing Spartan races, or this is about doing what you feel comfortable doing and what your doctor has approved that you can do, and just doing it. Now, we get it. There's going to be times where doing nothing is still doing something, but we're hopefully giving you articles to kind of just give you a little bit of spark to want to do some form of movement, given anything that's going on in the environment, the weather, the temperature, the whole 9 yards. So this was an article in Time magazine, excuse me, by Damie Ducharme. Oh God, I'm sorry if I butchered it. It was titled "Every Little Move You Make Can Help Your Health." And so this study basically says that lovers of vigorous exercise aren't the only ones who get health benefits from physical activity. Lower key workouts, even activities that you'd never think of as exercise, which we've talked about a lot of those before, can also improve your well being, is what these studies are finding. And now there's new research that's been published in JAMA Network Open, which shows just how impactful any type of movement can be. And we talk about that all the time, just move. Compared to women who get less exercise, those who get lots of physical activity may actually have up to 42% lower risk of dying from coronary problems such as heart attacks, and a 22% lower risk of developing cardiovascular disease, is what this study says. Those are some impactful numbers. Now, lighter activity actually would include most of the movements of daily life. So we're going to get into some of those in a minute. The study says, and co-author Andrea LaCroix, a professor and chief of epidemiology at the University of California, San Diego, they talk about that walking around, getting dressed, checking the mail, pruning the garden, doing dishes, this all counts as your light movement. It counts. And those are all some examples of daily life activity that we don't necessarily think of as exercise. But I guarantee if you did some of these movements and then you checked your Fitbit or your Samsung watch or your iWatches, whatever you have, you'd see you had steps in there, you had movement in there. We spend a lot of time doing these and we don't necessarily think that they involve movement, is what LaCroix says. So we traditionally haven't really included those types of movements in the definition of physical activity. And that's why this research is really paradigm shifting. And it's actually going to hopefully help you shift your mindset as well when it comes to movement. It doesn't make things as daunting. So again, we say it all the time. We know that doing nothing is still doing something. However, for many of us, we sometimes just need to feel supported in doing some kind of movement. Again, following your doctor's orders. You need to try to do whatever he or she has cleared you to do. This could be, as we said, sitting and folding laundry. It could be walking to the mailbox, doing dishes, walking around the mall, etc. Whatever you do, just move. Like, don't compare yourself to anybody else or any of the stories that you see on Facebook. People have a variety of abilities. Whatever it is you can do today, as long as you do something, you're going to benefit your own physical and mental health. So that's our Movement for Movement Monday.